Hi, I hope you are getting positive chemistry vibes. So, are you ready to learn the most important topic in stereochemistry? Yes, today we are going to understand how to assign R and S configuration. We need to take help of CIP rules, that is CAN, Ingold and Prelog rules, and later on the main decision is whether it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. In this part 1, we are going to see how to assign configuration to structures which are represented in Fischer projections. Thanks to the team of three scientists, Robert Kahn, extreme left in this figure, Christopher Ingold, middle one, and Vladimir Prelog, extreme right. They made it very simple to assign configuration unambiguously. So they published their rules in 1956. Kahn and Ingold both were British chemist and Prelog was a Swiss scientist. Together they have proposed some sequence rules and procedures for assigning configuration. This rare picture which was perfectly photographed at the first conference of stereochemistry in 1966 at Switzerland. So, starting with the sequence rules, whenever you encounter any chiral carbon awaiting for its configuration, you need to focus on the four groups which are attached to it. Because it's a chiral carbon atom, it is assumed that all the four groups are different. But you need to focus on the atom which is directly attached to carbon, because different groups may have same atom which is connecting to that chiral carbon. For example, if you have OH group as hydroxyl and also you have ether group, that is OCH3. In both the cases, directly attached atom is oxygen. So initially you need to see out of the four groups which are attached, which is the atom directly attached to the carbon, and just see its atomic number and assign the priority with decreasing atomic number. For example, if you have four groups like iodine, fluorine, nitrogen containing like amine and hydrogen, you will give first number to iodine, second number to fluorine, third number to nitrogen, fourth number to hydrogen. If four groups are completely different from each other, then sequence rule will end here. But if they are same, then you need to go for second rule. So if directly attached atoms are same, like in this case all are carbons, you need to go progressively away from the chiral center until you find a point of difference. See, in this case, if these are the four groups attached to the chiral carbon atom, this carbon is attached to three hydrogens, while this carbon is attached to one carbon, two hydrogens. This carbon is attached to two carbons, one hydrogen, and this is attached to three carbons. So you need to take into consideration now atomic numbers of the next carbon atoms which are attached to it. So here three carbon atoms, so 12 into 3, 36. Here two carbon atoms, one hydrogen, so it is 24 plus 1, that is 25. Here one carbon, that is 12, two hydrogens, 14, and here we have only 3. So you will assign first priority to this compound, second to this group, third to this group, and fourth to this group. If there are multiple uh, groups attached and there are different atoms involved, like you have in competition here, in competition with isopropyl group, you have another compound which is containing OCH3. Then you will give reference to that compound because in that case oxygen has more atomic number. Third rule is when you see the next atoms attached, if they are same again and they are having multiple bonds, then if there is a double bond, each atom which is part of that double bond is counted twice. So considering a double bond between two carbons, you need to count actually 4 carbons. Considering a triple bond, between two carbons, it will be actually total 6 hydrogens. Now this will work when the connected atoms are same. If they are different, you need to again go back to the first rule, and the atom which is bearing more atomic number, you will give priority to that. This is a handy reference for you. You will observe this sequence of some commonly observed groups starting from highest priority to the lowest priority. You can get this sequence in the textbook given by Bahal and Bahal. Also, there is one detailed comprehensive list which is given by IUPAC. So IUPAC in their recommendations on naming the chemical structures, in section E, there is a section on stereochemistry. At the end, you will find 76 common groups given in the sequence of priorities. So you will see this is the lowest priority hydrogen, highest priority iodo group. Even just before this is the part B. In part A, in the IUPAC recommendations, you will find all these groups are given, but they are arranged alphabetically. So it will be very easy for you to find them. Okay, so as you have assigned priorities as 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly how you are going to assign configuration. Considering this example, here is our chiral carbon atom. We can see 4 groups attached: hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Just now we have seen we will give first priority to bromine, second priority to chlorine, third priority to fluorine, fourth priority to hydrogen. Now you need to draw one half circle going from 1, 2 and then 3. So if this half circle is going in clockwise direction, then you will give assignment as R. Its configuration is R, which stands for rectus in Latin, or right. In this second example, again same groups are attached, but they are at different positions. So here, while going from bromine, chlorine to fluorine, we are going anti-clockwise. So this time configuration is S, which stands for sinister, which is a Latin word for left. Now we have seen 3 important rules based upon atomic number, then finding point of difference, and then talking about double bonds. Last rule is very important, to give final configuration. This rule number 4 says, in Fisher projections, if lowest priority group number 4 is on vertical line, it can be at top or bottom, then whatever answer you have got by seeing that clockwise or anti-clockwise direction, whatever answer you are getting, that is the correct absolute configuration. However, if the group 4 is on horizontal line, which is the case in most of the sugars, if you see it on the horizontal line, then you have 2 choices. Either you assign the configuration and you just reverse it. Suppose your answer is R and fourth group is on horizontal line. Then you give your final answer as S. Or what you can do is, initially before assigning configuration, you can reorient your structure so as to bring the group 4 on vertical line, so that whatever answer you get, you can keep that answer. So let's see some examples. Here we have a chiral carbon atom attached to hydroxy, then this carboxylic acid group, CH3 and H. As you can see, we have oxygen, carbon, carbon, hydrogen. So we can quickly say oxygen will get first priority, hydrogen will get fourth priority. We need to decide amongst carbon. This carbon is attached to 2 oxygens, this carbon is attached to 3 hydrogens. So here it is clear. This carboxy group will get second number, this will get third number. So our circle will be going from OH to COH and then CH3. So this is going in the clockwise direction. So it should be R. But this lowest priority group is on the horizontal line. So we need to reverse it to S. In the second example, you will observe carbon is attached to all carbon atoms which are identical. So directly connected atom is carbon. So we need to decide the next point of difference. This is attached to 3 hydrogens, this is attached to 1 carbon, this is also attached to 1 carbon, so there is a competition. But this is further attached to another carbon, so this will get priority against this. It is attached to 2 carbons, so obviously this will get first priority, this will get second, this will get third. So we are going from, or we are proceeding in anti-clockwise direction. Here you can observe fourth priority group is on the vertical line, so configuration is correct, S. In this particular example, we have oxygen, hydrogen, carbon and carbon. So we have a competition between these two. Oxygen will get first, hydrogen will get fourth priority. Amongst this, you can easily observe this is ethyl, this is methyl. So ethyl is getting priority. It should go in the anti-clockwise direction, but this is on the horizontal line, so we will reverse it to get R. Coming to this example, as you can quickly observe, it is isomer of this compound. So sequence rule you are already knowing. We are going from hydroxyl to carboxy and then methyl. So we are going in clockwise direction, but so it should be R, but this is on horizontal line, so answer is S. In this example, Br is the first priority, Cl is the second priority, and we are going in the anti-clockwise direction, but it is on the vertical line, so our configuration is correct, that is S. Here all are carbons, so we need to carefully see now which priority we can give. It can be clear now that methyl will get the last priority, and we have to reverse our configuration because it is on the horizontal line. Now coming to these groups, this is attached to only 1 carbon, this is attached to 2 carbons, and this is attached to carbon which is having a double bond. So here it should be counted twice. So total 4 carbons over here, it will get priority. So first priority, second and then third, we are going in anti-clockwise direction, S. But because of the fourth priority, we are reversing it to get R configuration. Now we have seen that if the last priority group is on the horizontal line, we can reverse the configuration. You have another option, like if this is the structure and I'm getting my answer going from oxygen to carboxylic and then methyl, it is clockwise, so it is R, but since this is on horizontal line, I have reversed it to S. I have another option rather than writing configuration is R, but because this hydrogen is on the horizontal line, final answer is S. So rather than confusing with the final answer, we have another option. You need to reorient this structure so as to bring this hydrogen to the vertical line. So how can we do that? We need to exchange it with some other group. So if you are exchanging it with COOH group, you need to also exchange these two. Then only your configuration will come correct. So there should be 2 simultaneous exchanges. You can bring COH down and hydrogen up. Similarly, you will exchange them. Now you can see you are giving first priority to OH, second, and then it will be third. So now you are going anti-clockwise. So your configuration is correct, S. You don't need to reverse it. So either you reverse configuration or you reverse the structure. Things can become complicated when you have multiple chiral centers. Like we have example of tartaric acid. So here you can observe there are two chiral centers. You need to number this carbon chain. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And talking about this second carbon atom. Now configuration you will write as 2R, 3S. You need to write the number of carbon whose configuration you are specifying. So talking about second carbon atom, oxygen first priority, COH second priority, and this whole group. Now while deciding configuration of this carbon, you have to treat this whole group as a substituent. So because it is carbon which is attached to oxygen and carbon, and this is attached to two oxygens, this will get priority. So for this carbon atom, first priority, second priority and third priority, we are going in anti-clockwise direction, S configuration, but because of the hydrogen, we need to reverse it. So it is 2R. About this carbon atom, again groups are same. So first priority, second priority, and this is the third priority. We are going clockwise, R configuration. But because of this last hydrogen, we need to reverse it to become S. Taking example of ephedrine, here you can observe phenyl as one substituent. So talking about this first carbon atom, oxygen will get first priority. Now there is a competition between phenyl ring and this carbon. This carbon is attached to only two carbon atoms, but this is attached to one carbon, one nitrogen. So that will get a preference. So we are going from oxygen to this carbon and then again phenyl. So we are going anti-clockwise S configuration, but here hydrogen is present on the horizontal line, so we have reversed it. Similarly, you can try assigning configuration to this other form. So I would recommend refer Stereochemistry, Conformation and Mechanism by Dr. P.S. Kalsi, as well as you can refer to Bahal and Bahal. You can also have a look at the original IUPAC recommendations, in which section E will give you sequence rules and RNS configuration along with E and Z configuration. So good luck with all your examples. Any doubts you are having, you can place in the comment section. Thank you.